Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I want to make a request. I really need a favor from you. If you're watching this video, if you clicked on this video, and if you make it all the way through the whole video, please subscribe. I'm pushing 30 something subscribers. I would like to make my numbers a little higher. I actually submit upwards to 5 videos a week, or maybe even 7, sometimes on some occasions, but the quality of my work will increase. But I have to put an effort towards improvement and also making content that's valuable for my viewers. And I think that's, ultimately my main goal is for improvement, but it's hard to gauge progress or growth within myself if I get little to no engagement. It's kind of where I feel like I'm kind of talking to a blank wall. Technically I am, because there's no one else here while I'm recording this, but I would love for you to just take the time, acknowledge my efforts. If you like this video, please acknowledge it, whether it's a like button or subscribing. I would greatly appreciate that. So we're gonna give you updates on 3i Atlas. If you didn't realize, this is the third interstellar object that has come into our solar system. 3i Atlas. The first was Oumuamua. The second was 2i Borisov. And this one is extremely unique. I have tons of clips on why it's unique. And one thing in particular that's super unique is that it came from the area. Back in 1977, there was something called the wow. It was a sound that we picked up because scientists came together and believed that there was going to be a certain frequency we can tune into that was going to be most likely for us to pick up transmissions from an outside galaxy, from an area that is in a certain region that is a cluster of stars, cluster of gas. We know it has tons of planets that are in the Goldilocks zone that could be inhabitable or create life. And so scientists came together back in 1977 and picked up a frequency that popped up and blipped up on their radar. When the frequency popped up, we weren't able to decipher what the frequency meant or if it was a certain language. But the scientists that discovered it wrote on a slip of paper, WOW, and now today it's known as the wow signal. I'm gonna read it to you. So the wow signal, a 72-second whisper from the stars. In August 1977, a radio telescope at Ohio State University captured something extraordinary. A narrow band signal at 1420 hertz, right on the hydrogen line. The frequency many scientists consider the universal hailing channel for interstellar communication. Astronomer Jerry circled the data and wrote wow in the margin. That annotation gave the signal its name and launched decades of speculation. Was it an alien transmission, a natural phenomenon, a comet cloud? Despite countless follow-up scans, the signal never repeated. It remains one of SETI's most intriguing anomalies. The signal's origin, the constellation Sagittarius, a region teeming with stars near the center of our galaxy. Fast forward, enter 3i Atlas. Nearly 5 decades later, the universe throws us another mystery. 3i Atlas, an interstellar object now passing through our solar system. It's only the third confirmed visitor from beyond our star system after Oumuamua and Borisov. 2i Borisov. Where is 3i Atlas coming from? Sagittarius. Yes, the same galactic neighborhood tied to the wow signal. Coincidence? Probably, but coincidences this big have a way of sparking curiosity and headlines. Why Sagittarius matters? The galactic center isn't just cosmic wallpaper. It's a dense hub of stars, dust, and radio emissions. If intelligent civilizations were looking for a common meeting point to broadcast signals, this region would be a logical choice. It's the cosmic Times Square. That's why SETI researchers have long focused their ears on frequencies like 1420 Hz hydrogen line in directions like Sagittarius. Both the wow signal and our new interstellar guest share this backdrop. Could it be a coincidence? Could it be a coincidence? So far so good, and I hope you subscribe, because it's kind of a struggle and I guess no love. Bluetooth connected. It is connected.
People are talking about, which is quite strange. I remember when Avi Loeb, the scientist, pretty much the only scientist, has come out and said, look, this potentially could be an alien mothership, right? Or something not a comet. So he says that basically there is a bandwidth between 0 being absolutely...
Recently, within the last couple of days, I come across more information from Avi Loeb, the Harvard University scientist, and it's new information and how basically the odds of it being alien has increased about 50%, man. And I'm gonna show you some stuff like this towards the end of the video, so stick around. It won't be too long. It will be kind of lengthy. If you need to take a break, you know, eat dinner, come back to this. I think it's worth your time, and it's worth my time to give you the information. So,
a comet, to 10 being absolutely something man-made. And he says, with the evidence so far, we're getting to a 4. So it's absolutely not got the characteristics of a comet. So 4 is 1 away from 5, where basically he's saying it's a 50-50 chance between this thing being a comet, or an actual like something man-made. And I'm going to show you some videos of why he thinks this in a second.
Yeah, man. Maybe we might go over those videos here, because I haven't watched this all the way through. I just wanted to give you his take on it, because that wow signal portion, I haven't seen anyone else talk about that, or I haven't seen that paper actually published on that until I watched this video.
A while ago that this thing didn't have a tail. And what I mean by a tail is when things like go through space, it's got some sort of like gases and particles and stuff trailing behind it. This thing hasn't got it, and I remember him saying it. In fact, let me just try and find.
Yeah, he did say that. He said it multiple times. So he said basically there's no tail, there's no burn off of debris, but there's also indications that there's a hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen is being shown on the object based off of the readings from a satellite.
Avi Loeb.
For having me. The biggest question is whether the reflection of sunlight is coming from a solid surface, in which case, as you pointed out, it could be as big as 40 kilometers, twice as big as Manhattan Island, or maybe a dense cloud of dust. Now, until recently, we haven't seen dust being pushed back behind the object.
Isn't this a solid object? There's no way a dense cloud of dust can move that fast through our solar system.
By the solar radiation pressure. And so one had to conclude that perhaps we are seeing a giant object. But a rock that big is 1,000,000 times more massive than the previous interstellar objects that we've seen, Oumuamua and Borisov. That is quite unlikely. So either this is actually a dense cloud of dust that somehow did not produce until recently a tail, or this is not a rock. And
I saw it recently, so I saw that basically 3i Atlas is producing light in the front of it and then light in the back of it, and that it could have thrusters in the front of it to make it slow down and maneuver in certain directions, and thrusters in the back of it, but they're only activated when there's intention for it to move in a certain location. And so you're going to be able to pick up on a tail, which essentially the thrusters making it come towards whatever location it desires, or whoever's maneuvering the craft desires, or thrusters in the front of it, so it can move in different directions throughout space. One key critical thing that you need to point out is that it's moving faster than any other known object from outside of our solar system that has entered our solar system. So it's moving faster than Oumuamua and Borisov, and it's like maybe like 8 times bigger.
In that case, maybe it's targeting the inner solar system. We know that the trajectory is very well aligned with the planets, and it will come very close, as you pointed out, to Mars, and later in March 2026 to Jupiter. And so the fundamental question, as far as I'm concerned, is what is the object? How big is it? And with the camera HiRISE that is on board the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, we should be able to resolve the object with a pixel size of 30 kilometers. That will be our best chance in the immediate future to tell what is it.
Yeah,
it's Jupiter. So when it gets to Jupiter, we have a satellite orbiting Jupiter taking photos of Jupiter right now, and literally we're going to decommission this satellite very soon, so the timing is almost perfect. We can take this satellite and use the last bit of energy on board of this satellite and crash it into 3i Atlas, or put it in the vicinity, or make it cross paths with 3i Atlas as it gets closer. And so it should be getting real close to Jupiter within weeks of now. And we're going to have the ability to be able to use what energy we have left. We have devices on board this satellite. And I think the satellite's name is Juno. One of my subscribers told me the satellite's name is Juno. We can use the satellite Juno to determine like so many different factors about 3i Atlas.
Jupiter, he wants to get the Juno telescope closer. He wants to just give Juno telescope a little bit of a push to get close so they can literally film it from a 30-kilometer distance, mate.
30 kilometers?
That's going to be absolutely crazy. I think he said October.
So we're going to lose the Earth perspective, but we're going to get a perspective from some of the imagery and imagers that we have around Mars or on Mars. That's fascinating stuff. But I got
Mars? Wait, what just happened?
Sorry, was it Mars? I think it got mixed up. Juno.
No. Juno is on Jupiter. Juno is watching Jupiter. Juno is actually watching the moons of Jupiter, and we will use that. That was the original proposal, and maybe they have switched gears, and maybe we now will be using the satellite imagery from Mars, because we do have satellites around Mars, to be able to pick up on it. I mean, essentially, maybe this is another plan. Maybe the Juno satellite has fell through, but that was the original plan.
Is the telescope I think they're going to be using. They're pushing it. I might have got mixed up. I'm excited, right?
Rewind you a little bit. Getting back to the tail. Is the tail now pointing in the right direction? Because for a while there, it seemed like the tail was pointing towards the sun, right?
Right, and in fact, I'm now working on a paper trying to understand that. This is the first time something like that is...
This scientist...
What?
That has been docked...
A tail pointing towards the sun? Maybe that was the emissions, like as if it was a spacecraft where it was decelerating because it was going too fast, so it created a tail pointing towards the sun. Maybe.
Documenting the stars for many, many years... He's never seen this.
No. Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? He's never seen this.
Yeah, this is a little strange, man.
Observed where there is a glow ahead of the object towards the sun, and now as it approached closer to the sun, there seemed to be some teardrop shape to the plume of gas and dust around it, and that may be just the focusing of whatever is scattering sunlight around it by the solar wind or by the solar radiation pressure. We don't know exactly what is causing it. As it comes closer to the sun, we will get much better information, because interrogation tactics often uses stressful environment to get a confession, and in this case we might get a confession from this visitor.
So here, no way. Did we already pass by Jupiter? It has already passed by Jupiter. So that Juno plan, it never happened. Is it because this thing is moving faster than we thought? It's literally gonna pass right by Mars. The sun's here. Mars is here. The Earth is going to be here. On the other side of the sun, so we won't be able to even have a direct line of sight of imagery towards 3i Atlas. So we're going to have to use the instruments on Mars.
To the nature of it.
Look at that.
Where it came from.
Wow,
and
bro.
Science can be fun as long as you open your mind to something new. And we definitely know there are...
Oh, there goes Jupiter.
New things in this context.
So it must have passed by Jupiter a long time ago, or didn't at all. What happened to that plan? I know in my last video, we definitely mentioned Juno on Jupiter.
Because, for example, we detected nickel without iron in some recent data around the object, and that the only way you get that usually is from industrial production of nickel alloys. And, for example, we detected nickel without iron in some recent data around the object, and that the only way you get that...
Nickel without iron? That means the metals have been separated. Nickel? Is a spacecraft made out of nickel?
usually is from industrial production of nickel alloys. And so there are many open questions.
Wow.
The plume of gas around it is mostly carbon dioxide, 95% by mass, based on the Webb telescope data, and only 5% by mass, water vapor. So, we don't fully understand what's going on there.
We are carbon-based life forms. So maybe whatever life is on this 3i Atlas is also carbon-based. And so is this graph showing you water? Is this methane because it's green? And then is this carbon?
And Professor, I know very early on, before we had a little bit more fidelity here, I asked you, and you're like, it's probably a comet. Is it becoming less and less likely of a comet here in your eyes?
For now, I rank it 4 on the scale that I defined that is called
almost 50-50.
Loeb scale, where 0 is a natural object and 10 is a technological object.
Absolutely crazy. All right. But there's something else which I wanted to show you. Maybe this is a little bit sort of okay. But look at this. Aaron, he says, now we're lying and saying 3i Atlas suddenly has a tail, but also shared a picture that shows they smeared the image to give the appearance. I guess every star in the sky also has infrared tail now, lol. So they're saying the new image from the Gemini Observatory shows the cosmic broad coma, or a cloud of dust and gas that forms.
Observatory shows a comet's broad coma, or a cloud of dust and gas that forms around its nucleus. As it gets closer to the sun, astronomers said in a news release, the tail spans about 1 to 200th of a degree in the sky. 1 degree is about the width of a pinky finger. According to the news release, the tail also points away from the sun. So spans about 1/20th, 200th of a degree in the sky. I don't know what that means.
Around its nucleus as it gets closer to the sun. 1 to pinky finger. But so we're seeing this.
That's a good point that chick made. What is this photo about? Because it makes everything look like it has a tail.
I still think it's odd, regardless of whether they've blurred it to give it a tail or not. I think it's odd that it didn't have a tail and now it has got a tail. Each one, even if it kept on not having a tail, that's odd. But it's still odd that it didn't have a tail and it's now gone back. If anything, that's more odd that it didn't have.
You know what? To me, it's not that odd that it now has a tail. If it has a tail, it's because obviously it's going to get hotter the closer. The hotter it gets, the more likely there's going to be burn off. The closer to the sun, the hotter the object is going to get. I think that's true, right? Let me see. Let's see. Is it true that the closer a comet gets to the sun, the larger... No. The larger its tail will be, because the hotter it will get? Let's see if that's true or not. Exactly, right? See, that's what I thought, bro. That's what I thought, man. He says you got the right idea. Let's break it down so it's clear why comets grow those big dramatic tails as they swing in towards the sun. Because it's gonna get hotter. That's like no shit. Why comets have tails? Comets are basically dirty snowballs made of ice, dust, and rocky material. While the tail gets bigger near the sun, more heat equals more sublimation. The closer the comet gets, the hotter it gets. So more ice turns into gas. That means more material is released, and the coma, the head, grows. sometimes thousands of kilometers wide. The tail can stretch millions of kilometers across space, all because that intense solar heating and solar wind interaction. Duh. All right.
So there has been potentially... Okay, hang on. What's this? 3i Atlas enhanced images hidden from the public. 3i Atlas enhanced images hidden from the public.
So what are we looking at?
Planet
Is that a
X
dark spot?
News. 3i Atlas enhanced images hidden from the public. Ooh, okay.
Reputation at Harvard to call urgent attention to both Oumuamua and 3i Atlas as possible, I would say probable, at this point, alien reconnaissance probes. 3i Atlas enhanced images hidden from the public.
Why would this be hidden from the public? Why would it be hidden from the public?
By the way, this potentially is not the only thing hidden, which I'm going to show you in a minute.
Inner structure is approximately 15 miles in diameter.
Yeah, I got something that isn't quite hidden either. You know, I got to show you Oumuamua, man. There's supposed to be some images of Oumuamua that was hidden from the public. Can't wait to show you that next. This is going to be in the same video, so stick around for it.
Or 82,000 feet in diameter. As you zoom in, you can clearly see a ribbed structure that appears seamless.
What?
This is BS. Because it's supposed to be 13 miles long. And it's not 13 miles in every direction. It's only 13 miles long and like maybe a width of like... It's supposed to be in the shape of Manhattan. Let's get real. A couple hundred feet or something like that. Maybe not a couple hundred feet. Maybe like 600 feet. Oh no.
What?
The James Webb Telescope.
Let's see. Let's find out. What are the dimensions of 3i Atlas? The dimensions of 3i Atlas. Let's see. 3i Atlas.
You're asking about the interstellar comet 3i Atlas. Awesome topic. If by dimensions you mean the size of its nucleus or overall apparent dimensions like its coma and tail, here's the most accurate and current info. Estimated dimensions of 3i Atlas. Nucleus size, diameter.
Oh, the nucleus is the inside. Yeah. The nucleus is the inside diameter. Estimated diameter, wait, what? 7 miles? So some is 7 miles. Some is saying up to 20 kilometers. Some is saying 5.3. So we have different readings depending on the telescope or the satellite or website or the source. So these are so inconsistent. Offers the same range of 320 meters to 5.6 kilometers. So it's not in a complete circle, basically. That's all I'm trying to tell you. So it's about 7 miles. Why did something told me it was 13 miles, man? It was an old video, maybe about a couple weeks ago. The information is constantly keeps changing.
Just confirmed that 3i Atlas is not behaving like any comet ever seen. What Avi Loeb just dropped changes everything we thought we knew about this comet. Its trajectory is another red flag because instead of being random, like a true interstellar wanderer, it's aligned perfectly with the ecliptic plane, the plane of our solar system. What are the odds of that? The Very Large Telescope in Chile just made it spicier. They found cyanide and nickel without iron in the plume. Natural comets show iron plus nickel together. Nickel without iron? That's the mark of industrial nickel alloy production.
Mate.
Will 3i Atlas finally show us what it really is?
Man.
A dying comet? A
Dying
probe
comet.
leaking industrial byproducts? Or the first undeniable artifact of alien engineering drifting through our system?
Yup.
Stay tuned. There will be more intel coming in soon.
Ooh, go and subscribe.
It's gonna mess up the whole Muslim religion. Sharia law and all that gotta go in right in the toilet, right in the trash, man.
Do the thing. Mate, okay. Right, so with that picture, I mean, that is odd, isn't it? It looks like it's been deliberately blanked out or something. What the actual F, mate? And then talking about that, this is, by the way, straight in 2 hours ago by Red Collie here. 3i Atlas latest photos in true colors. Ordinary comet, clown face. Look, this is true colors. Because I see your true colors shining through of you. Look at that. That's a comet. A green comet. What?
Why is it so bright?
Wow.
Is it like really supposed to be that
something I
bright?
wanted to show you just out of just a bit of fun. One of the
Maybe it's Goku. Oh, that's funny. Maybe it's Goku. So that's cool. Give me 1 second and we'll dive into all the stuff that I came across recently. I'm gonna pause it. Okay. All right. So here, check this out, bro. Saying we're having trouble playing this video. See your true colors. That's why I love you. Scientists have captured the clearest images of the interstellar object 3i Atlas. These are it, man. All three of these. That one, and then this one, and this coming. I don't understand this angle though. And what were those things flying by in this direction? See this? You see stuff flying up and down? Woo, super fast. What's that, like little meteors or something like that? From the depths of interstellar space at 137,000 miles per hour, 3i Atlas graces our view with a glowing tail and expanding coma. This is the clearest look yet at the third confirmed interstellar object in our solar system. Here's a striking image of interstellar comets 3i Atlas taken from a series of filters by the Gemini North Observatory.
The latest photos of interstellar 3i Atlas. I've seen this before. It's Goku, right? Look at this. Yeah?
Yup.
And obviously, he's just put that. What is Goku? I haven't got a clue what Goku is.
You don't know what Goku is, bro? Dragon Ball Z? What are you? Oh my god. This dude crazy. I can't believe him. He just lost so much respect.
That image there reminded me of this. It reminded me of this.
Oh my gosh.
Eh?
Oh my gosh. Two UFOs were seen on both top corners in the crucifixion. This is a painting of Jesus Christ getting crucified on a cross. And there's two paintings of these things in the sky. This was in the sky in the top left of the painting of Jesus Christ on the crucifix. And this was on the top right. And these supposed to be aliens. Aliens, man. Aliens.
From stone walls to space telescopes, humanity has always recorded the same visitors. Cave paintings show beings kneeling beneath glowing objects. Ancient texts warn of watchers descending from the heavens. And today, telescopes capture interstellar wanderers. Oumuamua in 2017, Borisov in 2019.
Borisov, man. What a name, man. Russian made, man.
And now, 3i Atlas. The pattern stretches across thousands of years. Were these cosmic rocks? or ancient probes. The question isn't what they are, but who. From stone...
I respect it. That's cool, that's fun, it's entertaining. Let me show you some entertaining stuff, bro. I got something for you. Let's see this. 3i Atlas self-propulsion update.
3i Atlas 60-second update if you're like most people and going, what the hell is happening? 1. It's producing methane. You know, I don't remember the last time a comet, a meteor, or an asteroid produced...
Yeah, you produce methane every day, man. Cows do. Everything does, man, but especially you.
Methane. 2. It's producing its own light source, and it's producing it from within. I don't remember the last time a comet, meteor, or asteroid did that. 3. It's speeding up and slowing down. It's changing course and then correcting its course. I don't remember when an asteroid, meteor, or comet ever did that either. It's also not producing what typically follows the tail of a comet, meteor, or asteroid. And in fact, it's actually producing that at times in front of it, which is leading scientists to believe that it has some form of exhaust that is helping it speed up or slow down. I don't remember when an asteroid, meteor, or comet has done that either. And lastly, the elements it's made of are not known on our periodic table. 3i Atlas 60-second update if you're like most people and going, what the hell is happening? 1. It's producing methane. You know, I don't remember the last time a comet, a meteor, or an asteroid...
exactly, man. So it has thrusters in the front, thrusters in the back, all kind of thrust action. So it's thrusting through space, and it may need to slow down. So it's, you know, it needs to actually align itself with Mars as it passes by. It can slow down and hit those thrusters and create what is potentially observed by us as a tail in the front. And, you know, I got a tail in the front, but a tail in the front to slow down so it can kind of align itself with the orbit of the Earth. As we rotate across and around the sun, it's going to be meeting us if it slows down, where it could deploy a bunch of probes or something of the effect to intercept us as we come around the Earth on the other side. Something to keep in mind, man.
Overlaid this ancient map with our modern sky chart in 2017, when Oumuamua was approaching, the same object appears, in the same region, from the same direction. Now, 3i Atlas comes from the same distant part of the vast universe. The ancients didn't call them space rocks, they called them gods. They painted them, carved them, worshipped them. The first one appears to have been a probe. But what about this one? Are they returning? Their star map is so accurate, it defies explanation. How is this possible? When astronomers overlaid this ancient...
Well, it's critical to understand that we didn't have any light pollution back in the day. So this is how you can overlay star maps. That's how you can understand the stars, because all you had is time, and at night there was no light but the stars. The stars lit up the night sky, man. You would traverse and you would navigate land using the stars. If you were on boat, you can navigate from continents. Christopher Columbus, you pick a person who has traveled, you know, the Spanish conquistadors, as they traveled across the Atlantic Ocean, they use the stars. And so ancient civilization, even the Egyptian pyramids, they align with the stars, man. So it's not too crazy that ancient civilizations mapped out the star systems, because it's the only light they had at night.
Overlay. Right?
Yeah.
And someone was like, hang on a second, is this AI?
Nah, bro, it ain't no AI.
This is the overlay
map with our modern sky chart in 2017, when
right? And
Oumuamua.
I took the picture and I uploaded it onto Google and did like a search, and it came up. The Akbar Cave, Kazakhstan, is a Bronze Age archaeological site known for its unique rock paintings and pentagraphs, some of which are theorized to represent astronomical knowledge. The image shows... Oh, bollocks. The image shows a drawing from Akbar Cave, Kazakhstan, described as an ancient map that astronomers overlaid. After further investigation, Akbar Cave in East Kazakhstan is a well-documented Bronze Age site that with wall paintings dating back to around 3000 BC, featuring triangles, rectangles, lines, dots, and human figures. Some researchers speculate it may have served as an ancient observatory due to alignment with celestial events and the presence of heart-shaped hole possibly used to track constellations. However, there is no credible...
That is not that crazy, man. I don't understand why we're making it a big deal, but I mean, maybe this is new information. To new viewers and stuff like that, a well-documented Bronze Age site with wall paintings dating back to around 3000 BC. It means before Jesus Christ, or the birth of Christ, or before Common Era, whichever way you want to put it or frame it, featuring triangles, rectangles, dots, lines, dots, and human figures. Some researchers speculated it may have even served as an ancient observatory due to its alignment with celestial events and the precise presence of a heart-shaped hole possibly used to track constellations. It all makes sense, man. Stonehenge, all that stuff was aligned with the universe and the stars and the galaxies above, man. Makes sense.
Are covering up about this thing. Listen to this. NASA, so some of it's cut off. NASA memo on Atlas posted on dark web. Urgent.
Stand by. I got the sunlight coming in, shining down on me. We got Jesus coming through, shining through my window, man. 1 second. Oh, I'm back.
NASA memo on Atlas posted on dark web. Deep signal 88. OP original post is not wrong. Object is not natural. We call it class 7. Instructions were given to keep narrative contained. Public cannot know. Check DSN anomaly report. Transmission 411C before it disappears. 17 days until first major orbital deviation. Don't ask how I know. This account will be gone soon. Check the skies yourself. Its acceleration has been logged by amateur astronomers. NASA scrubbed 2 live feeds last week. Why? Because it made a course correction on camera. Natural bodies don't do that. Or natural bodies don't do that.
Course correction on camera, man. I didn't see that. I didn't see it being the case. We need to see the camera footage of that course correction.
It had a course correction.
We need to see it.
The object previously designated as Comet Atlas exhibits acceleration properties consistent with Newtonian predictions. Primarily, analysis indicates non-gravitational influences, unknown origin. Surface scans suggest highly reflective composite metal. Spectral anomalies recorded. Suspend all public discussions of object C2019Y4 outside scripted narrative. Redirect external communications to standard Comet. Disintegration protocol? Neutralize unauthorized dissemination of digital platforms. Object appears to be under active vector control. Maintain operation silence. Further intelligence.
I don't know about this, man. Come on, bro. Let's get to the good stuff, bro. Let's get to the good stuff, bro. Let's get to the good stuff,
leaked
bro.
Email, whatever it is. I tried to find the NASA clip that got taken down. And the only thing I can see is this.
At 2:25 p.m. on June 18th, 2025, just moments before NASA's live...
June 1st is when we first spotted 3i Atlas. So this was June what? What was the date on this?
Clip that got taken down. And the only thing I can see is this.
At 2:25 p.m. on June 18th...
June 18th, okay.
2025, just moments before NASA's live feed tracking 3i Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar visitor to our solar system, suddenly cut out, something shocking was caught on camera. A single baffling frame flashed across screens, hinting at something in deep space that didn't look natural at all. Was it a glitch? Or had we just witnessed the first glimpse of an artificial interstellar object?
Well, if it's anything to do with that email, it means that the email said that it changed direction.
Man.
The frame itself looked like any other. A dim nucleus, a faint coma, and a hazy tail, all floating in the black void of space. But then something sharp caught the light. A straight line, an edge, geometric, almost metallic, appearing in the lower left quadrant of the image. It didn't belong. Under normal conditions, space debris scatters light in irregular streaks, but this was different.
Right, so he's claiming then that there's a live feed, and all of a sudden this long, horizontal, whatever angle it was, shining light, sharp shining light came across it, or whatever, on it, which suggests that it's made from something, you know, man-made. Where's...
Not man-made.
Where's...
Alien-made, man. Alien of nature, alien origin, man. Not man-made, bro. Like, what?
The feed. Don't just tell us and put little AI images up on the screen.
Exactly. Honestly, like, they just need to show us the footage, man. Alright, so here, check this out. This might be the real footage. It might be a fake footage. I think it's probably fake, but this might be Oumuamua, man. Look at Oumuamua right here, bro.
Is this what the Oumuamua truly does look like by the Webb telescope? Is that what the Oumuamua looks like? It was the first interstellar visitor to come our way back in 2017, and it just so happened to be the same time Hurricane Maria came through Puerto Rico, and the Arecibo telescope, the largest radio telescope in the world, was out of commission. They didn't get much data at all. The Oumuamua. Is this what the...
You think this is it? You think this is it? Chris Tucker over here? Let me see, bro. Chris Tucker, man. It's like an RV. Huh. Yeah, man. Oumuamua. 3i Atlas. Last one for you boys.
This thing, the 3i Atlas Comet, is gonna fly by Mars in October. On its way to the Earth, which should be here in November. And some new info came out about it today. Harvard scientist, the Avi Loeb, says there's a mysterious companion with the 3-eyed Atlas object. I'm calling it an object because I don't know if it's a comet, a rock, an extraterrestrial spacecraft, or what. Harvard scientist Avi Loeb, who suggests that this thing is probably an alien spacecraft because it doesn't quite go like a comet, now is saying it's not alone and there's something else there. Yeah, something else is along with it. Not to mention its comet's tail is changed, which, in case you don't know, comets' tails don't usually change. That's why people are suspicious that this might not actually be a comet. It might be something intelligently made. In fact, that Harvard scientist Avi Loeb is not alone thinking this could be some kind of extraterrestrial device or craft. Elon just said this week, there's a chance this could be dangerous. This could be something coming in from another planet. But I want to know what you think. Could the 3-eyed Atlas object or comet, whatever you want to call it, actually be something extraterrestrial and intelligently made on its way to Earth? Let me know your opinion, Booshkis, in the comment section. Shavadoo.
All right, man. Yeah, what do you think, man? Leave it in the comment section like he said. He said my comment section, not his. Don't go back to looking for his video, bro. Looking for a dude with some cheese on his head. Come back here. Like, subscribe, man. I need some more subscribers, man. It's pretty pathetic, man. I'm picking out this content for nobody to watch it. You know, consistency is key, man. I hope you're proud of me, man. Because I'm up here trying to make content for you, man. Let me see. I got some motivation, man. I got some motivation in the mix, man. I think I got some perspective for you. So we're going to wrap this up. We got 3. So a bunch of, you know, let's see. One more, maybe this dude going to say something else.
There is nothing, guys. There is nothing about that anywhere that I can see. If you can see it, please send it to me because I would love to be able to see this thing. So that's the news about the...
Yeah, that's some more 3i Atlas news, man. It's like basically made out of copper without iron ore, which is absolutely insane. That means it had to be a process to be able to separate the two metals and isolate the iron or the nickel. Was it nickel? Yeah, isolate the nickel. So a spacecraft made out of nickel. If you got a nickel in your pocket, man, pull out the nickel in your pocket right now and give it a look and just imagine it being a spacecraft made out of that nickel. I know nickel is a metal and also it's one of the coins in our US currency, so don't come and act like I'm stupid. So even though I may be very well stupid. So But thank you for your time. And, you know, if you need some motivation, let me go ahead and find one for you. I think we can go find a motivational clip for you. Something in particular that I thought was unique and enough to get me fired up, you know. Let's see, playlist, perspective. Where is my perspective? Perspective. View all the lists. So here we go. Consistency.
No one cheers you for not drinking for a day, not smoking on a long drive, or not overeating for one night. No single workout or meal is ever impressive on its own. The reason so few people understand success is consistency never looks impressive in the moment, only at the end.
So I'm being consistent, man. You be consistent, consistently show up and watch my videos. I appreciate it, bro. Come on, it's the least I can do, you know, is have you at least drop a like or something, man. Acknowledge my efforts because I made this for you. This is my gift to you. I made something and I was like, hey, look, are you proud of me? And if you're not so proud of me, man, let me know what I can do better, man. I really appreciate your time coming to the video. And you know, I think I had a real rough week this week, and so that's why I'm communicating. That's why I'm talking like this to you, because I had a rough week and I need some reassurance. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll come back for the next one, man. See you soon.